Are we close enough?
Yeah.
Okay, when is it on?
It's on now, but we're just...
Hey everyone, it's Tamara from Soft Glam with Tam. Thank you for joining today. Today we have a very special guest. Zac from Zac Loves Books is here today. He's going to be interviewing me about my favorite makeup books that I've read and who I recommend. And he's going to ask me some questions. I don't know the questions beforehand, and he's going to interview me. He also just happens to be my husband.
Hey everybody, it's Zac from Zac Loves Books. Some of you, we both have YouTube channels. Mine is called Zac Loves Books. Hers is called Soft Glam with Tam. So today we decided to do a collaboration, sort of like Mark and Kelly.
Who?
Kelly and Ripa.
Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos from... Okay.
Kelly and Ripa.
Kelly and Ripa. They get the drift, yeah.
Right.
We're doing something
this is
new.
A collaboration because I love books and she loves makeup. So today we're going to be talking about makeup books. I know it's not really for my audience, but because, you know, the interviewer here, we're going to be covering some makeup books that my wife from Soft Glam with Tam thinks are essential to, you know, the makeup industry, her journey, her story, and how those books may be relevant to women today, whether you're young or old. So yeah, let's start with that. Okay. Also, too, you're going to notice since we're sharing one mic, I might get a little close like Drew Barrymore, but that's okay because we're husband and wife, you know.
We're a duo.
Right. And, you know, so we're
the dream team.
Tic-tacs and all that. So it's all good. Anyway, so let's start off.
We'll edit that part out.
Right. So let's start off. You know, me being a book lover, and guys, I just want to also say too, you know, if you follow my channel and you have a loved one, like a wife or girlfriend or somebody who's into makeup, make sure they watch this video. Even check out her channel at Soft Glam with Tam to see some great makeup content there, modern, chic, you know, that can transform them, you know, into looking like their best selves. So let's start with that. So with that, let's get going.
Okay.
So the first book that I want to bring up is called Bobbi Brown Beauty. And this is the book right here. We'll let Tamara take it from here. Tell us a little bit about what this book is about, who it's about, who Bobbi Brown is, besides a member of New Edition, if anybody remembers, because that's what people may mistake Bobbi Brown with being. Why maybe Bobbi Brown is important to the industry, still is important to the industry, who she is in a nutshell for people going maybe to the, you know, to the store like Sephora's and places like that, and the makeup counters when they go to pick up a product that says Bobbi Brown, just so they have a bit of history on who she is and what her products stand for and what she's doing today.
Okay, perfect pick. So this is actually one of my first makeup books. That's why it's a little bit roughed up, but it's in pretty good condition. Bobbi Brown Beauty. This is actually one of the first makeup books that I think that I've ever bought way back in the day. And also, I don't know if you notice, I have Bobbi Brown's signature on there. So I'm very lucky to have that. She personally signed this at Holt Renfrew in Toronto, one of her first personal appearances in Canada. And I was on the beauty team, makeup artists working for Bobbi for the event, and I had to bring my book. So Bobbi Brown's been a huge inspiration to me and many other makeup artists, but she's also just a very down-to-earth, she's an amazing pioneer in this industry. Bobbi Brown I love all her books. I've collected them from over the years. So I'm going to start just by telling you a little bit about Bobbi Brown. She is a famous makeup artist, but she also made makeup very wearable for women. Back in the 90s, or I think it was in the 80s, she used to work in the fashion scene, and she found makeup was very gaudy. It was very, it was about the red blush, the blue eyeliner, and so she transformed makeup to, and when you see the no makeup today, Bobbi Brown she was one of the first to bring that into the market. And she lives and breathes who she is into her makeup. She is no longer with Bobbi Brown. She founded the brand. She's actually with Jones Road Beauty, which I will cover on another post of what is happening with Bobbi Brown and her makeup. Her makeup is just revolutionary. It makes you look like yourself. So telling you just a quick little bit about this book, if you're not a huge makeup person, or even if you love makeup and you find it overwhelming, I would definitely recommend Bobbi Brown Beauty. Just to give you a couple of things about this book, she breaks down the basics. So this is this was published, this was 97. So
it's really old.
This is old. And I know a lot of people don't maybe buy makeup books anymore, right. But if you love makeup books, this is a good one to start with. If you're just starting out in makeup, it has incredible tips. What I love about makeup books is that you have it, you can obviously save pictures on Instagram, but there's nothing like having a book that you can actually go through. And she breaks down the basics. She has, classic makeup look for all ages. This is Susan Sarandon, just one of the many art, makeup that she covers on how to get classic looks. She does talk a lot about health and fitness and makeup because she's about beauty from the inside out.
But all her books are like that.
All her books are like that. This is one of her first ones. She even tells you how to do your eyebrows. So she, loved the no makeup look, but enhancing your natural beauty. So this is just such an incredible book to start out with.
Would you say this is still relevant today, like the information you would read in here?
You know what? A lot of it is still relevant. Of course, there's trends, there's different things that have changed, but if you're just starting out with makeup and you're a bit overwhelmed at the Sephora counters or at the makeup counters, this is a really great step-by-step. Of course, the pictures may look a little dated, but then there's classic. Like, look at these classic photos of icons from the past and the future, and there's some new people who are still current, but there's so many just gorgeous looks that she was inspired by. And Bobbi Brown is just, I love Bobbi Brown. I'm reading her new book, actually her memoir, which I'll cover on another post, but it's incredible. I can't put it down, but I just say Bobbi Brown Beauty is like a beginner's manual for makeup.
Now, would you be able to get this at your current book reseller, or do you think you'd have to maybe find it at a used bookstore?
I think you could maybe possibly still find this at Indigo Books or or probably a used seller.
Here in the States, maybe Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
It may be hard to find because it's probably out of print by now.
Right.
But if you go to I've seen it at used bookstores all the time. Not this one in particular because she has more books, but this is a little older. But if you look at book sales and used bookstores, you may be able to find it.
Just one quick thing. She covers, and this is what Bobbi Brown has always been known for, she covers many different skin tones. She was one of the first brands that had shades for every skin tone, from porcelain to espresso, and for those shades in between, because back in the day, there were clients that couldn't find their makeup shade, which is just silly, basically. Like, they didn't have it for every skin tone, and that is very important. So she has global beauty. She has for many different skin tones, Asian beauty, Latina beauty, African American beauty, just many different skin tones. So very cool. I would say check it out.
Awesome.
Oh, also Bobbi Brown is not Bobbi Brown, the entertainer, Whitney's ex-husband. She is Bobbi Brown,
B-O-B-E.
makeup artist. B-O-B-I, yeah.
Right.
B-I, sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot about this book, yeah. This is so cool. So did she sign this one?
No, she didn't.
No. Okay, but I actually got to meet her again at Indigo Books when she was recommending this book, Beauty from the Inside Out. This was one of her latest books before her memoir, which is just out now about her life. This is her, I love this book because beauty inside and out, From the Inside and Out. It's a wellness book. It helps with your confidence for women of all ages. This book has some really cool, I do some yoga moves that I learned from this book, and she talks about beauty food. She talks about taking care of yourself from the inside out. So it's about wellness and health. She gives you some cool recipes to make your little bites, with walnuts and different and healthy ingredients.
So it also involves a lot of lifestyle, right?
Oh, that's an amazing word. It's lifestyle.
Right. The beauty is not just makeup application, but a lifestyle.
Yeah. Teaches you how to do your lip liner. And also, wellness. It's definitely wellness. So it has many different looks that are achievable. I love her because it's relatable and achievable. So it's not overwhelming.
Right.
So this is a really cool read. Oh, sorry. One last thing. She really covers skincare. Skincare is just, if not more important than your makeup. So this has a lot of beautiful knowledge in here. This is an amazing book. And you can get this at Indigo or any huge book retailer.
Yeah, this you should still be able to get. This is, the other one is, I think, a lot older. So moving on now, we're going to where you're currently at, or not even currently, but one of the lines that you freelance for.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to introduce that one?
Oh, awesome. This is an amazing book. So this is Laura Mercier.
And I love
The New
cover.
Beauty Secrets.
That looks like a watercolor.
She was, or is, maybe still, she is or was a watercolor painter. That is what makes her stand apart from a lot of makeup artists. That's why she's so focused on makeup brushes. And honestly, her looks are very like a watercolor painting, very blended, flawless, like a canvas. She talks about canvas a lot. So Laura Mercier is a famous makeup artist from France, and she has her brand Laura Mercier, which I currently work for, and I freelance for her line, and I go to Sephora's or where Laura Mercier is sold, and I sell and represent her brand.
And like Bobbi Brown, she's had longevity in the industry.
Oh yeah, she's been around for a long time, probably as long as Bobbi Brown in terms of working in the industry. She's done famous celebrities like Madonna, Sarah Jessica Parker. It's all in this book. This is a beautiful book. And I actually remember one Christmas, my mom got this book for me, and she actually wrote this was back in 2006. Yeah, December 2006. So wow. This was an amazing gift from my mom.
Why do you think that artists like Bobbi Brown or Laura Mercier have the longevity they do? And are they still relevant? And the lines still exist in these makeup stores for purchase, and they must be selling well, I guess, because they have products that people, I guess, trust.
This is Christy Turlington. This is iconic. But Laura Mercier is still sold at many stores. So her brand, it's tried and true. Right. She's about classic makeup for all women, and she's about the flawless face. So she's famous for her powders. She's famous for her tools, like her powder puff. She has technique. So hers is very... she's very technical with her brushes to get a flawless finish. But yeah, she's really current still. She's been around for a while. But yeah, this is a super cool book, and I find it's very modern still. Like if you look at some of the pictures, it's still very, very current, like the looks. So right. This book is a bit older, 2006, I believe. But there's so many tips in here and beautiful looks that you could achieve today. And she's just really about getting that perfected lip, which some clients find challenging, especially with a red lip. So she gets that classic front chic look, but you can find everything in here. She did Madonna's makeup. So this is an amazing book, and it's such beautiful condition still. So I'm proud of this book.
I know there's thousands of brands out there, and even like how you mentioned before, like Pat McGrath and so many people that start brands, even like, you know, artists like Rihanna and whatnot, and then Hailey Bieber now with Rode.
Yeah. It's more of a skincare line, but she has makeup, yeah.
And I know these are only two of the brands that we're highlighting, but, you know, what's like if I had a Bobbi Brown product in my hand or a Laura Mercier product in my hand if I was a woman at a bookstore? I mean, sorry, at
makeup store. Yeah.
Like, you know, is one better than the other, or is it like they seem to be iconic brands? Maybe you could expand on that a little bit.
Sophie, actually, that's such a good question because they are iconic brands. Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier they've stayed the what's the word? They have stayed the course. They have, theirs are tried and tested. Like there are women that just admire Bobbi Brown, her philosophy, especially for makeup for all skin tones. There are women of color that praise Bobbi Brown. Yes, you finally found my shade. Laura Mercier is the same. It's about classic makeup. So it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter what your style is. Both those brands you can use whether you're 20 or 90. Right. My grandmother used to support every makeup line I worked for, and she loved Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown. Right. But my youngest sister, my middle sister, like they have so many products from those brands too. So it's relevant. It's relevant, and I don't think it would ever not be, basically.
And as far as price point, I know that from being married to you, I know this isn't luxury, but it's not like cheap makeup either. So maybe give us an idea of like where, you know, on the price scale some of the products typically are, and why, you know, you would shell out for Bobbi Brown or Laura Mercier products today.
I mean, Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier, I don't think anything's really cheap these days. Even, you know, Maybelline and Revlon have gone up, but still, they're obviously more drugstore brands. Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown are definitely more in they're not luxe brands like Chanel, which I've worked for, or Guerlain, or Givenchy. That's a different category. But I would say Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier are getting up there in price, but they're sort of, for example, like a powder would be about $65 full size. Wow. A mini would be $36. So actually, you know what? Maybe because I'm so used to the prices, I don't realize how expensive. I don't have a Chanel purse, but I have Chanel makeup. So
could you maybe tell us like one product from each one of these lines that is like an absolute must-have, or that you rave about, like, you know, the one product from Bobbi that is a must-have for everybody?
Right. So Bobbi Brown is again, she is not with Bobbi Brown anymore, but the brand is still around. And Bobbi Brown has some classics, which Bobbi Brown, she was the one who helped create in the very beginning, like her foundation stick. But I love my favorite personal product, which I've talked about, is the bronze shimmer brick from Bobbi Brown. I actually wear that on my eyes all the time. And I think that's my favorite product, which is a shimmer brick. But Bobbi Brown is also known for her vitamin-enriched face base, which is a beautiful primer. It smells so good. It has, I think, carrot and shea and vitamin C. So it actually smells like orange, and it's very, very nice on the skin as a primer. But Bobbi Brown is definitely known for her products like her Pot Rouge cream blush. I think they've changed some of the products over the years, but those are some classics.
Water.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes you get parched.
Definitely. So Laura Mercier is known for her flawless face. So her powder is one of the #1 selling powders in Canada. It's a classic OG. So her translucent setting powder is something that when the Sephora sale hits, that's when I'll sell a lot of that. She also has the Ultra Blur. Setting powder is great for every woman to keep that makeup locked in. So I would say that's what Laura Mercier is known for. I also sell her cream eyeshadow sticks, are amazing. So all of these products are very wearable and easy for women on the go. And I think that's what they specialize in, more of a natural, easy makeup approach.
Awesome. And now we get to Hannah Martin.
Yay! So yeah, we could have saved the best for last, but just kidding. I love everything you chose. So Hannah Martin is one of my favorite makeup artists in the industry. So when I worked with Bobbi Brown, she was their pro makeup artist. Bobbi Brown had pro artists. So she was a pro artist for the UK and Ireland. I got introduced to Hannah Martin when one of my lovely clients, Michelle, went to London, and she had her makeup done at a makeup counter. I believe it was Harrods, but forgive me if I'm wrong with that story. But I know Michelle met Hannah Martin. She actually booked a makeup lesson with Hannah Martin, and she did her full makeup, and she sent me the photo. She looked incredible, and she also introduced me to Hannah Martin through email. I actually didn't know who Hannah Martin was, so thank you, Michelle, for introducing me to her through email. I've never met her personally. That's a dream one day, but Hannah Martin she's just such a lovely, down-to-earth. She's a beautiful makeup artist, but she's so relatable. She makes things easy, and she's just so real. So Hannah Martin has, she is her own brand now. So she's left Bobbi Brown, and she's doing her own clients, and she created this makeup book. So this book is called A Masterclass in Beauty. And Hannah Martin is I just love her so much. I can't stop talking about her. And I love her British accent. When I was on mat leave, I watched her YouTube videos. That's how I got introduced to her. Sorry. I watched her YouTube videos, and she would use a Bobbi Brown product and teach me how to sell it. She basically did her makeup and showed me new ways to use Bobbi Brown, and that's from when I became such a fan, and my sales went up at my counter in Toronto. But yeah, her book is so cool. So she shows you backstage, behind the scenes.
And this is brand new.
This is brand new.
Just came out.
Yeah, you got this for me for Christmas, right? Yeah, it's flawless makeup every day. She's the queen of smoky eyes. So Hannah Martin, so you can follow her on Instagram at Hannah Martin Makeup, and this is her book. I got this my husband got it at Indigo. So what I love about this book, she actually recommends products, and she writes the names of the products in the book. There's so many times that you're like, oh my goodness, where can I get this product? She makes that easy for you. She recommends the best sunscreens. I just can't talk enough about how amazing and well laid out this book is. It's so current and so modern. She tells her story. She talks about every single feature. And she talks about cream blush. She gives you just so much information. And she talks about her favorite skincare products. She has makeup for mature skin. And she just gives a lot of knowledge. I'm just trying to see if I can find a picture of Hannah Martin in the front while she's in here.
I thought I saw one there. Even I'm sold.
I mean, she's amazing. She's just so beautiful. And I've learned so much from Hannah Martin. I always recommend her to my clients for easy makeup tips. She makes she's so amazing at, I learned when I first had my son and I was on mat leave, I wanted to know how to do my makeup quickly as a new mom. And I learned so many tips. Remember Benny used to know when she was on, because he would be like, oh, is that Hannah Martin? And not to butcher the British accent, but I'm just such a huge fan. She talks about skincare and how important it is to prep your skin. So much amazing knowledge. And what I absolutely love is she lists the products as well. I don't know if you can see that. She actually lists the best concealers that she likes. So I just think with makeup, you can get all the knowledge that you want, right, but in the end, you have to make up your own mind, right, and figure out what's best for you.
And this book is brand new,
really,
so you will be able
beautiful
to get it in a book, Barnes & Noble,
oh yeah, Indigo.
Your average book reseller should have this brand new. It'll cost you $40, but
it's worth it.
According to him, it's worth it. So, now we just need a makeup book from you.
Yeah. Well, she's inspired me to even start a YouTube channel. So I just think that I find it's important to give flowers where flowers are due and to recognize the people you've been inspired by. And just one quick thing, she's the queen of radiant skin and smoky eye tutorials based on Vogue. So
Yeah.
I highly recommend this book. It has something for everyone.
Well, awesome. I mean, you have more makeup books, but a lot of them are ancient. Some of them are not relevant anymore. I think that we covered the right ones for today. And let us know, people who watch Soft Glam with Tam, let us know in the comments what you thought of this video, what you thought of the collab. If you want to check out a BookTube channel, you can check me out at Zac Loves Books, ZAC Loves Books. And yeah, I think that's it for now.
Thank you. And Zac Loves
Thanks
Books.
for visiting. Thanks for watching. And if you like either of our content on either of our channels, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right? And we'll see you on the next one.
Definitely check out Zac Loves Books.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.